Hey, sweethearts. Y'all have any eggs for me?
Hey everybody, Mia here again. I'm cooking brunch today. I love brunch. It's one of my favorite things to make. You could get so creative with it, and there's so many different things you could do. And if you sleep in on the weekends, makes it sound fancy when you say you're making brunch, when it's really lunchtime and you're making breakfasty looking food. So I'm all about that. I love eggs Benedict. That's one of my favorite things to order if I'm going out to brunch. You could really put that egg on top of anything. And today I'm making something that I came up with because I had leftovers in the fridge. I mean, that's the best thing to do. Use up those leftovers that you had during the week. Of course, I have leftover refried beans. So I'm gonna make something that I call eggs Benedict. It's basically, you still use an English muffin, put some nice warm cheesy beans on there, some Cotija cheese, and a poached egg, and some salsa on top. It's actually very, very nice breakfast to have. It's very filling. So what you're gonna need is leftover refried beans, English muffins. I found these ones at Costco. They don't usually have these, but they had them this time and I love them. They're very good. And it was such a good price there. Cotija cheese. And your favorite, salsa. And vinegar for the poached eggs. And that'll be it. Very simple and so good and delicious. When you make eggs Benedict, you will get a pot of simmering water. I use a pretty small, like shallow pot. You'll need a slotted spoon. You drop a little bit of vinegar into the water. From what I gather, the vinegar helps hold the egg together. But also you create a whirlpool. Once it's simmering, I'll create a whirlpool and it will help hold the egg together as it's cooking. So you crack your egg into a ramekin. That's easier. You don't want to crack that egg over the water because you probably will get eggshells in there. I always do. So if you crack it into a ramekin, it will be fine. There's another method too that you could do if you want to do multiple eggs at once, like 2 eggs. They don't come out as nice and round, but that doesn't bother me too much. So this is how I keep my duck eggs. I cannot find a container that's big enough. They don't even close. But we usually get about 1 to 2 duck eggs. I get duck eggs every day. We get about 1 to 2 duck eggs every single day. We love duck eggs. I love not buying chicken eggs, and I'm so used to them now. It's really hard to eat a chicken egg, but I love them and they're so cute. I love our ducks. Got about 1 more minute left on my poached egg. That's what it looks like now. Oh, it looks great. It's holding together really well. I want that yolk to be runny. In the middle. And my beans warmed up. I'm going to toast my muffin now because that's the hardest part about making these. So actually I think I'm gonna turn it off because it looks pretty good. You have to be fast. Everything happens at once, so you really have to have everything prepped. Like I don't have right now. I did not get my plate out. So here we go. So I have my muffin toasting. Everything's almost ready to go. Like you have to have really good time management when you're making poached eggs. If you're making more than one, it's really hard. So kudos to people, brunch chefs who make this happen every day. Or even anybody at Denny's cooks, how they make eggs and they have to time it just right, otherwise you'll end up with cold eggs at your table. Oh, kudos, really. So I'm actually gonna take it out because I don't want it to cook it anymore. Looks pretty good. And that's what it looks like. Take it out of the water. Okay, so my beans are all heated up. My muffin is ready. My egg is ready. So I actually put it on a paper towel to get some of that water off of there because I just didn't want it to be watery at all. So now we're gonna build it. Oh, look at that yolk. That's my favorite part. I'm gonna eat now. See you later. That was so good. I did not film myself eating. You're welcome. Nobody wants to see that. But it was very good. I haven't had it for such a long time, and I haven't really made it for such a long time. So that is my recipe that I came up with out of leftovers out of my fridge. And I hope you get to make it, and I hope you like it because I love it. It's one of my favorite things, and the name cracks me up so much because it's just a fun play on words that we came up with for this Eggs Benedict dish. Eggs Benedict, you're welcome. You're gonna love it. Well, I hope you love it. And if you didn't know how to poach an egg, I hope that you learned something today because it is a really, really delicious way to have eggs. It's one of my favorites. Where the dog's barking at now. This is Saturday. If it's nice outside, I leave the door open and the dogs just bark at everything and everybody and the neighbor's dogs. Those dogs will eat you. They're gonna eat you. So I found a pretty good tutorial on how to poach eggs. I'll link it in the doobity-doo down there. So go ahead and look for it. And the guy was really good at explaining it, and his blog was really good at explaining the 2 different ways if you're gonna make even just more than 1 egg. So I think it's iced coffee time. My coffee's getting cold in there, so I'm gonna make an iced coffee and show you how. Nope, don't water. I make my coffee pretty strong so it holds up to the ice and everything, but sometimes when it's warm outside, which it is warm right now, we'll just let our coffee cool down a little bit and then pour it on the rocks, just like so. And I don't put sugar, but my husband puts sugar, so now's the time to do that. Feels a little bit warm still, but already nice and cool. And then I go ahead and grab some harf and harf. Harf, harf, harf. I love harf and harf in my coffee. I don't use sugar, but not usually. But in my iced coffees, I like a little bit, and we use agave because you don't have to stir it in. It mixes in really well. Costco has 2-packs pretty cheap, so I think a 2-pack is like $11 or something like that. Sometimes it goes on sale for $9.99 for 2 of these, which is really good. I've hunted and hunted and hunted, and that seems to be the best price. So I'll do a little drip drop in there. Good. And then this is my favorite part because it looks super cool. Watch, 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 watch. Whoa. So good. Iced coffee at home. I'm definitely ready to clean my house. I had a lot of coffee already. Woo! Thank you for watching. I hope you like my recipe. Bye!